right? So I've had guys come up to me and I've just judged a ITF competition, their ITF instructor, and they say, "Hey, what do you think of my guys?" And I'm judging them, right? I'm one of the 5 judges that's judging the kata or the patterns competition, and I went for the other person, and I say something like, "Yeah, well, according to the last IIC where the grandmasters said this in this style, right? Not like they're not GTF, they're not Olympic Taekwondo, they're talking about ITF," and I say something like, "Yo, their sine wave or the snap on their what do you call it? Their gi, the timing was off. Their breath and the finish of their move, the timing was completely off. That's why they didn't win, right? Good stances, timing was terrible. And if they say, oh no, I didn't see that. What I saw was this. I said, so what did you ask me for? You just was looking for me to agree with what you had in your brain, right? And why it wasn't your fault your student may have lost that competition. Okay, cool. If it was that to you, then it was that. But now you're cheating that student,
it's not
right?
Judges. And if you want to focus on the meticulousness of your,
and that's what I was bringing up, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, wasn't on
right. Right.
And because of that, it's McDojo.
Right.
Your sensei is incompetent. So, oh, okay.
All right. No. If they disregard what the uniform art says, like as a rapper, if you say there's a certain, you talk about so-so all the time, there's a certain level you have to be to even, don't even talk to me about rap music because you're not at this level, or you can't even understand these intricacies of what rap is at the door, right? If you charging people for a concert and you like Lupe Fiasco, Kennedy Center, I was there, by the way, that shit was fire. Kennedy Center, right, sellout thing. I was in the back though, and I was yelling, when you did the request, I was yelling for another song, but you couldn't hear me because I was a broke nigga at the time, right? I ain't saved my money up enough to get to the front of the row. So I was like, hey, okay, I'm sticking to the point. I'm just saying, damn, son, look, anyway,
yeah.
So, right, so you can't, so as you say, I don't even listen to most rappers, right? And you're not saying they're not rappers, right? You're not saying, oh, they're not martial art, or they're not, I'm not saying they're not ITF. But as an instructor or as another rapper, quote unquote, if you are withholding the proper information to improve your student as it is in these written out guidelines that we all agreed upon when we decided to become black belts and decided to register with the ITF and decided to do all this other stuff, now you look a little goofy. That's all I'm saying. But let's go past that.
If you put it like this, that's something internally within your system, right?
That's what I meant, and that's what I meant.
Right. And so your system is your system. There's people who look at yours. I'm sure there's people who look at the entirety of the ITF as bullshit.
As the clowns. Oh yeah, hell yeah. What?
Like, yo, that's
of course.
Y'all worried about if the gi didn't snap. You have whole schools and whole things that break apart over dumb shit.
Yeah, they leave. They leave politics, all types of bullshit.
Yo, are you worried about putting in a different belt? Or I let this dude jump rank and he didn't know such and such, but he knew this. Like,
right.
Like we don't put that on kata, right?
Right.
This kata don't mean shit other than just proving the book right? Because you're not gonna be able to use this. There's people who don't go like, y'all teach kata, I'm out. Because if all we finna do, like, you know, why you teaching? Like, nah, man, you're not finna use none of that shit. So again, you do it because you like it. If you want to get into the whole meticulousness of this sensei didn't do this sensei do that, now he's cheating his students, and you want to make that judgment call, then as long as you open yourself up to that same judgment, your student
I'm getting my shit split.
Better be absolutely perfect. And
no, it's not about perfection. They're not. They can't be. It's not possible.
Listen, they're not. There's no student.
It's not possible.
That's perfect.
I know.
Right? There's going to be, that's how people lose tournaments, right? People that are masters at their craft, you got the 2 best in the world.
They lose all the time.
Why is dude number 2?
They lose all the time.
Because
he lost the number.
Something that ain't right about him. Is number 1 shit the list? He all right, but I mean, he just number 1. So he's
just number 1 for today.
Because he number 1, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he really didn't hit that shit. There was a little bit of shake, but you know, he him, so keep it moving, right?
He had less mistakes than the other competitors. That's all he was better at.
When people throw around that McDojo shit,
they
open themselves up, especially when you're crossing disciplines. It's invalid. But even in your own discipline, when people call it your shit needs to be perfect. So I ask you, is your shit perfect?
You can't perfect Taekwondo. It's not possible.
Is your shit perfect?
No, what I just said it. Nah, hell
Then
nah.
why, if your shit not perfect, who are you to tell another motherfucker that his shit ain't perfect?
No, I didn't say it wasn't perfect. I never.
He looks goofy. You said he didn't do the gi snap, wasn't on time with the breath, so he wasn't perfect based on IC.
No.
Like, it ain't, this ain't what book say translation. Y'all translated it this way. We translated it this way.
Yeah, let's go with that. Cause yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Um,
The flaw in that piece is you're doing yourself a disservice.
because I'm not looking at the full picture.
Right? You're making yourself an incomplete practitioner of what you do, because it's not about everybody else. Right? It's about you. And it's about them. And it's about people coming together at a certain level, at a certain point, to experience this thing that we do called the martial arts.
Yeah.
Right? And anybody, no matter what they do, how they look, what their form is, of course, refine, adjust, get pushed, motivate, and challenge people to do better. But you have to be an example of that. So I don't want to come to your school, right? Because you might have the great form and the great this and the great things and the blah and the da-da-da-da-da. But your attitude as a sensei,
My form's an ass.
is unbecoming of a sensei.
Yeah.
Right? It's unbecoming.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, you got great form, you got this, but again, I want to learn from you, right? Because if it's all about projecting perfection and calling people goofy and all this other old shit, like, you don't know how long dudes tried to study that form. You don't know how he repeated that form. You don't know how much he spent and sacrifice he did in his room, right? Get laughed at by other people because he's a karate man, right? You know what he went through to do that shit, but he goofy.
Okay. That's not what I meant by any of that. But that's the next.
You're talking to a sensei.
I know.
Random nigga on the street who just don't know martial arts.
I'm
talking to somebody who understands this and practices this his entire.
And I know. And
any people like you with black belts on their waist.
My black belt ain't worth shit. I'll burn it tomorrow.
On their waist and a white belt in their head.
Damn, that hurt. But it makes sense. Because again, I'm not good at, or I did not do a good job of communicating what I meant. But so let's right? Because I need to take that and just sit with it. But how do you get the real question, right?
Black people, community, martial arts, etc.
Yeah, you probably had this bullshit question a million times, so you got the answer already.
My father did martial arts for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's just on the limit.
Mm-hmm.
Opened many martial arts schools, all of them in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Gave uniforms for free. So when you came to our dojo, we had the leftovers from all the other schools, from ITF and all these other organizations. Whatever was left over at the uniform manufacturing plant, my father would buy for a discount, or things.
Yeah.
The screen was fucked up. So he was able to. So when you came into our school, you'll see like 80 people in 80 different uniforms.